My friends are asking, why do you want to give him advice? My friends are saying, don't do anything to help him out. Not a problem. Donald Trump doesn't take anyone's advice. Not the people who actually want him to succeed, and certainly not the people who want him to slither back to the slime pit he crawled out of. So let's talk about teleprompters and speechwriters. I've been a speechwriter and I've used teleprompters. Still do, or didn't you notice? That's kind of the idea. First thing you have to know, those are two different things. Teleprompters are a machine, a device, where the words you want to say go scrolling by on big glass screens. Speechwriters, or ghostwriters, are the mostly anonymous people who put the words together, make sentences out of them, make sense out of them, even when it's Donald Trump. At least that's what they're supposed to do. But for all the criticism Trump's been taking over his dull-as-cardboard teleprompter speeches, here's the thing. It's not the teleprompter's fault. I mean, Trump isn't the world's smoothest reader. He squints a lot. He seems to forget he can turn his head in two different directions to find his next line. But he'll get better at it, assuming he's willing to work at it. A big assumption, I realize. He still doesn't know that the first letter of TPP is T, not P, just for instance. And yes, he's been trying lately to come across as somewhat restrained, like an actual grown-up. But that's not why it didn't work. See, the problem isn't that Donald Trump is reading words and sentences off a screen. The problem is that too many of those words and sentences sound nothing like Donald Trump. Real Donald Trump talks in bursts, in short, simple phrases, conversational phrases, with lots of repeats. Lots of repeats. He doesn't say, tonight we close one chapter in history and we begin another. He certainly doesn't say, I understand the responsibility of carrying the mantle. He doesn't even say mantle, unless it's Mickey. But that's what the speechwriters gave teleprompter Donald Trump, line after line of generic candidate speak. Of course he sounded boring and bored. But it shouldn't be all that hard to fix. A billionaire ought to be able to hire a speechwriter who can do the job, don't you think? Am I volunteering? Bite your tongue. I'd rather help the slime pit.